Hello, everyone. Welcome to Real Wicca Talk. I'm James Otten, and speaking of real, our subject today is something that is definitely not real. Um, we're going to talk about fake witchy authors on Amazon.com. Yeah, fake witchy authors. This was an article that recently came to my attention, which was published by a website called Crow Song Lodge. And it starts off with a tweet, a person talking about the popular witch book you're looking at on Amazon that's getting all the acclaim, yet was published by a non-pagan author. That's right, guys. These books are being published by non-pagans. First of all, okay. And then it goes on to say, at least the first 10 of those reviews were paid reviews. They're fake. And that also, I would say, accurate. A lot of these people actually pay outside sources to write glowing reviews for them, 5-star reviews, and totally fake. It's all just to trick people into thinking that their book is really popular when it isn't. And they do manipulate the search engines for the same purpose. They're able to use search terms that are popular on Amazon, and as I'm seeing here, they even implement them into the author names, and they're able to do free book promotions through KDP, and then sit there and just download their own book constantly, like all day long, until it rises up. The sales rises up on the search result, which is manipulating Amazon's search result because it used to take into account historic sales. Like if you're a long time author, and you've been selling for a long time, it was really hard to knock you off the top. I know I was actually at the top about maybe 5 years ago, and before all these dipshits started started coming along, glutting the market and knocking me off. But I was not aware, and I believe me, I've observed all this stuff myself too. But I was not aware of what an epidemic it had actually become until I saw this article. This is crazy, guys. Um, and here's another tweet. Also, check the names they're picking for these ghostwriters. Okay, Lisa Chamberlain is probably the number one most popular best-selling fake Wicca author on Amazon. Lisa Buckland, Lisa Crowley, Lisa Cunningham, Amy, Lisa Crystal. What is it with all these Lisas, man? What is it with all these Lisas? Harmony Magic, Samantha Lisa, Amy Harmony, Lisa Shadows. What? And this is how they're manipulating the search using keywords in the author name: Buckland, Crowley, Cunningham, Crystal, Magic. Yeah, things that people are searching for on Amazon. So it's all a bunch of BS, guys, and you definitely want to watch out for this. Um, honestly, support real authors. Support me, why don't you? I guarantee you all of my reviews are actually 100% real, guys. 100% real. I'm actually very proud of that because it means people have actually read my book and enjoy it. My books, not just the main book, but all of my books. I think it's just my main one that has the most reviews, probably. But it means that it means that people are actually reading them and enjoying them, and that makes me very happy. So it's a lot more satisfying than getting fake reviews. Although they're trying to make this into like a con business kind of thing. Um, what else were we going to talk about? Well, first of all, you know what I was going to mention. I can't attest to the quality of these fake author books either because I obviously have not bought them or read them, and I don't really plan to because it seems like a big waste of my time. I mean, I could maybe when they're free download them just to like see if they're any good, but I would say really just don't support non-pagans. Don't support. Um, just what I would urge people to do. You can do whatever you want, but I would definitely not support non-pagans that are just trying to make a buck off of Wicca. It's cheesy. Um, a lot of these books I think are the same book that they just publish under different names too. And as a matter of fact, and I'm going to put a link here to the article. The article also links to a whole entire list of fake authors, which is crazy, crazy, crazy. And if you scroll down to the bottom of the author list, it kind of shows you, it gives you a summary of how many books are being published with the same title. Wicca for Beginners, 66. Are you kidding me? Wicca Moon Magic, 14. Wicca Herbal Magic, 28. Wicca Crystal Magic, 13. Wow. It's crazy. They're publishing like over 100, almost 200 books in 2 years. In 2 years. This is insane, guys. Um, So, and I'm sure they've got to be poor quality. I mean, look, I don't know how many times you're gonna like just copy and paste the same Wiki ABCs or whatever's in there, in like 200 books, and it's just ridiculous. What does make a good book, by the way? I think a good book, a good Wicca book, Wicca related, magic, witchcraft, whatever you want to, I think a good one actually doesn't just include simple ABCs that you can find anywhere. I think, in my humble opinion, it would include some personal experience where you're coming from a place of actually having done it and practiced it, and you're telling people what you've learned, what's helped you on your journey, right? Things like that. I do also like a little bit of variety myself. Like, for example, when I was practicing magic for a long, long time, part time until about 1999, when I decided to dedicate myself to Wicca, actually. And the reason I did that was also because at the same time I was dedicating myself to practicing full time. So, in other words, I wanted to make a serious effort to actually learn and master some of the things that I wanted to learn and master. You know what I mean? And I've done that for many many years actually. Just kept on practicing things, but I only read a couple of actual Wicca books, to begin with at that during that time. Um, and then they said to go into a store and then find something you're drawn to, right? And that's what I started doing, going into the bookstore. Remember bookstores? Anybody? And finding books that I felt drawn to. I felt oddly drawn to Edgar Cayce books. Um, I think he was a fascinating psychic who predicted many things accurately. Gave people accurate predictions on things at the time, like in the 30s or whatever. It's crazy. Did accurate healing techniques that nobody had ever heard of. Gave people cures that nobody had ever heard of. It's some really wild stuff, man. And actually accurately predicted the magnetic pole shifting and the ocean levels rising, which oddly enough is happening right now. Think about how crazy that is for a second. So anyway, his work really fascinated me. I find it kind of really a shame that in more recent years there's been such a glut of like pretenders and phonies who are fans of his work supposedly, but they just kind of um, put a bunch of make believe stuff out there, and really makes him look bad. I feel like, but he was actually good. It's these people who are bad. You know what I mean? You got to analyze everything. Um, but after that, shortly after that, I started really being drawn to ancient Egyptian stuff. Come to realize that I had uh, past lifetimes in ancient Egypt, which is awesome and amazing. And that's why I'm so drawn to Egyptian stuff. Look behind me here. Look at the Eye of Horus. Eye of Horus wind chime. Eye of Horus. I painted on the wall there. We've got that's there a ceiling there, the little zodiac, if you will. Wow, yeah, obviously you think I'm in the ancient Egypt, yeah, definitely. Then from there I kind of went on to like start studying some of the occultists from the early 1900s, not just Crowley, Golden Dawn, but others like Israel Regardie and Alice Bailey, and among others. Lots of interesting stuff there. And there's just like a whole variety of things that I've looked at: Hinduism, Buddhism, um, Hinduism, any kind of transcendental, meditation type stuff. Really, really fascinating to learn about and practice. So there's really, and you talk about like shamanism too, um, Native American spirituality, stuff like that. Really, really, really good stuff. All good stuff. So I like a little bit of variety and a variety of different tricks and different things you can do creatively. Not just like the same um, little ritual that you kind of repeat over and over and over and over. There's not many of those that I do, except the ones that I know actually work, fail safe, without a doubt, every single time that I do it. And then that's why I do it, because through practice I've realized that it works. And that's pretty much about it with that. So, anyway, guys, I'm gonna put a link to this article below in the comments, probably, and do feel free to comment, and feel free to take whatever action you want, checking out these books and perhaps complaining to Amazon or writing your own reviews. Because yeah, it's total BS. I agree, it's total BS, and somebody somewhere is gonna put a stop to all this. Seriously, guys. All right. Anyway, that's it for now.